Yes, Kala, you can start.
Namaste and very good evening to one and all. This is Kalayar Langu, a seasoned leadership and behavioral trainer. Welcome to Leaders Connect 360 Foundation episode LCO 258. Leaders Connect 360 Foundation is a non-profit organization aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Our mission is to invite 1,000 plus leaders and create a million leaders. Every Wednesday, we come together from 6:30 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. IST on Zoom, like to gain insights from top management leaders, and last week of the month from authors. And once every quarter, we take it offline in different cities to network, support, and grow together. Because at Leaders Connect 360, we strongly believe that leaders create more leaders. Before we kickstart the episode, a quick reminder to all of you, please keep your videos on for an engaging experience. First time visitors, check out the WhatsApp, Facebook, and LinkedIn links in the chat box to stay connected and grow with us. This episode is being recorded for our community archives. Now, let's set the energy high. If you're excited and ready for an impactful session, drop a thumbs up or smiley in the chat box. Thank you. Thank you so much. Fantastic. Fantastic. And before we go, let me introduce our guest speaker, Mr. Suresh Ramaratnam, Chief Operating Officer, Winspire Associates. Let me also introduce our moderator, Mr. Pankaj Vyas, our managing partner, Bija Trainings, who will be interacting with our guests alongside our panel discussion leader, Ms. Priya Sandeep, soft skill trainer and motivational speakers. Without further ado, let's get started.
Thank you, Kalaya. Thank you so much. Good evening, one and all. I welcome you all on behalf of Bija Training, the Mass Leadership and Leaders Connect. I am Pankaj Vyas, Managing Partner, Bija Training. And I welcome our special guest, Mr. Suresh Ramaratnam, sir, to our forum, to this,
Good evening, sir.
LC episode 058. And sir, the topic coming from you itself is something really interesting, okay? That systems thinking for smarter decision. So something coming up from you, sir, with a lot of experience and expertise which you carry, for sure is going to add some value to all of us today. And without taking much of a time, and as we move forward, I would like to officially welcome all the visitors, our guest, and our panel discussion leader through a mode of a welcome video. So, Arul, can we have the welcome video for our guest, please? Thank you so much, Arul. Thank you so much. So once again, Ramratnam sir, welcome to the forum. Welcome, sir. Welcome.
I'm Suresh.
Oh, sorry.
Ramaratnam is my father. It's okay. It's okay. Many
Okay,
people
sir.
confused.
Suresh
Yeah.
sir, welcome. Welcome to the forum, sir. Over to you, Priya.
Yes, thank you, Pankaj. Good evening, sir. Namaste and most welcome, sir. So nice to have you here. Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming here. Before we start with our questions, there is one basic question that comes to my mind when this topic was given. I'm sure all participants must be having this question here. That is, what is system thinking? If you can
Yeah,
start with it.
that's very nice. That is what exactly I thought I will just do. Share with your permission the only two slides I would like to share because I
Yes.
know it's a panel discussion. So I just wanted to highlight. I hope you are able to see the slides. Are you able to see it?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes.
Basically, we know that system is a combination of both physical abstract things and those which interact in relationship with others. It can be physical component, abstract component, and things that have less or no control also. So this is something which we need to understand. And everything in the universe is part of a system. That's something which we need to understand about. Education is a system, a solar system, a human body, industry, ecology, government, everything, you name it, they come under as a part of a system. Even a human life, if you look into it, it undergoes a system. Right from the birth to the death, it undergoes a transformation, and that is part of what we call as a system aspect of it. What exactly you mean by a system thinking is something which I would like to say there are parts of system, but they work in tandem, interconnected with a common purpose and a common output. And that is what makes it out. And thinking in align with the holistic view is what system thinking helps you.
Short and sweet, great. Nicely put forward, sir. Yes, that was a wonderful definition. Thank you very much for that thoughtful answer, sir. So let's continue to our panel discussion. The first question being, why do most professionals focus on solving problems instead of understanding the system that creates them?
That's a very nice question that you have started with. Thank you, Priya. Basically, I would say why leaders don't put professionals. If they are really a professional, they would always look at the holistic way. So I would like to correct a little bit on this question. Uh, Generally, the leaders tend to look at shortcuts, look at problem solving rather than looking at it from the system's point of view. If you're a thorough professional, you look only holistically. That's my first point I would like to put across. And second aspect which I would like to highlight is human beings by nature look at quickly solving issues. They don't want issues to be there in front of them. So the there are 10 aspects which we say are basically coming in your way. If you just look into it, uh, why I'm forced to show you this particular aspect is only for one reason. Yeah. Okay. Are you able to see? I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's fix it quick. This is the most common aspect with most of the leaders. Whenever there is a problem, you just quick fix. Put a band-aid, cover it up. We need budget to be finalized. We need to respond right way. Sometimes who cares? As long as it's not going to cost my head, it's not going to cost the organization. Let me not interfere in it. You're overthinking things. You are making an issue out of a mountain of rather a mole to a mountain, and that's one of the aspects why we don't need to look into it. We don't want any conflict between departments, between individuals, and we are doing it this way is some of the reasons why people generally tend to look at quick fix. And that's something why people are solving problems, but consistently they lead to subsequent problems, which may be bigger and can complicate an organization or individual companies. For that matter, even in lives of individuals.
You nailed it, sir. Thank you very much. Yes. So going to the roots or just a quick fix may not suffice. Let's see how you have been seeing all these in the further questions. Now, if I can ask you, can you share a real life situation where changing the system, not the people, led to better results?
Yeah. Thank you for this question. I would like to give 3 examples very quickly and very briefly. The first one is, I'm sure many of you have been to the railway station 10 years back and today to your central railway station or your Egmore railway stations, and you would have seen the cleanliness. The Swachh Bharat is one movement I wanted to bring it out. Initially, what they did, nothing but bring on dustbins of different colors and encouraging people to use the dustbin. Right? They
Yes.
didn't do anything big change. Second aspect, what they started doing is inside the train compartments, they started cleaning it with numbers very prominently written. In case of unclean compartments, please contact this. And with the next station, you will find people saying. In fact, most of the trains, you will find one set of workers who always work towards this. And what exactly happened? This has brought in a sea change in the way we are looking at railway stations today. I'm sure those of you who have been to airports earlier and today to your railway stations, you will know that the cleanliness has increased a great level. This is one example. The second example I would like to give is about an organization, ITC. We know it's basically a tobacco company a few decades before. And then they know that there was a restriction, say they moved away from it. And what exactly they did is they moved into agro industry, they moved into FMCG, they moved into hotels, and they didn't make thing. What they did, a purpose was shifted from just catering to smokers to catering to the whole of the public. Thereby, they made a significant difference. And today it's one of the leading FMCG in India. This is another area where you will find a significant change that has happened because a system has been put into place and the purpose has altered. The third aspect, even let me just take it out. You yourself, Leaders Connect. Look at it. Every week, for Wednesday, you are meeting, right? And you're also meeting in person once in 3 months. Every month you have a thing. That means there is a system that's in place. The speaker may be different. Sometimes even the moderator, I don't know. But what exactly happens? The system, once it's in place, automatically things happen the way it has to. And that's what your purpose is. And that's another proof that system works irrespective of individuals handling it. That's how I look into it.
Great. Wonderfully conveyed, sir. Yes, people may change, but when there is a system in place, proper system in place, things do happen. And yes, wonderful examples. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Now moving on to the next question. How can leaders build? Now talking about the people also who are in the system. How can leaders build a culture where teams naturally think in systems rather than in silos?
If you just look into it, as I am an organization development consultant, so I look organization as a whole system. It doesn't matter which department is there, which member is working on that. Organization has basically a vision and a mission which comes from top down. If the mission and vision are aligned, and you also ensure that employee engagement and induction process are put into right place, it will help organization build a culture. Second aspect, culture is something which is a aspect which is not spoken. It's actually carried out as a action. So what exactly you mean by it? When you do a induction or when you have a group in organization, we say that the top leaders of different departments, they form a team. And are they meeting together? Are they aligned with the overall objectives of the organization? Are they percolating down the organization purpose. See, there are three aspects in any system thinking. The first is the elements. The elements may change, may not change. For example, today I am the speaker, tomorrow I may not be the speaker. I may be an audience. So there may be a change in the element. Interconnectedness, this is a second aspect. For example, an organization, the finance department with the production, with the sales and other aspect, they're all interconnected and one change impacts the other. So that way you'll find that it's this interconnectedness, once it's clear, the holistic aspect is cleared, there is an impact of any small change in the whole organization, then people, if it is driven properly by the top management, right at the induction level. See, in fact, what I would personally highlight is, even if it takes 15 days after the individual employee joins, it doesn't matter. First 15 days, let him not go for his department work. Let him understand the company, its different departments, how they are functioning, what they are doing, what is the overall objective, what is the purpose of the organization, how is this career growth going to be. All these things, if they are doing it, I think a culture will be really imbibed even at the very early stage. What is exactly happens on the very first day? We think that, oh, 15 days if we lose, we are paying for them. I would say if you look at a longer perspective of around 40, 45 years of service, a youngster is going to put, or forget about it, even 5 years he's going to put it for the organization development. It's very important he understand the organization, its purpose, and what is his role and his clarity and how he is going to impact the organization. Once all these things are in place, I think the culture automatically evolves, and that would be the most important thing. Second, open, transparent communication. See, is there a possibility that a newly joined employee can give a suggestion even to a CEO? See, there is something what we call as 5-minute tabletop meetings, which are encouraged in many of the organizations. It started with GE, and today it's practiced in many of the organizations. What exactly happened? It's a quick 10 minutes or 5 minutes discussion, what they're going to do in a day and how they are going to make it. Is it aligned with the objectives that's set for the month or for the day? And then you just go about it. If everyone are aligned to their task and the organization goal, I think the culture automatically becomes something which is possible. But let us not forget, culture is not built in a day. Like Rome is not built in a day, culture is also not built in a day. It takes time, it takes effort, it needs to be consistent. Unless and otherwise there is a consistency with which the implementation happens. It's not about the disparity that is happening between the mission, vision, and what is actually happening in the down. Many times you will find that organizations have a vision or a mission. But if you ask the whole employee, they will not even know what's the mission of the organization and why this mission statement is there for the organization. What does it say? How would you build a culture if the mission statement and the vision statement is not aligned by the individual, and you also look into their career graph? In fact, when I was heading the training of Himalaya Herbal Healthcare, on the very first week, we used to talk about how and what would be the career opportunity for him if he is performing very well, going even up to the level of CEO. So there is a hope that's created. There is every employee who joins, let us understand, he wants to stay in the organization, he wants to grow in the organization. The reason why he is misaligned is because of certain aspects. I wouldn't want to say it's the role of HR or head of the department or individual. Everyone play a very important role. Once this alignment is happening, I think culture will automatically grow. And that is how organization grows. And that culture need to be reviewed every now and then. Like as I gave the example of ITC, how their organization shifted their focus, but they did not shift the importance what they gave for the individuals. And that is how the culture is being built. That is what I personally feel is some of the factors which plays a very important role. To sum up, one is there a clarity in your role? Is there a clarity in the organization role? Is it a clarity on the purpose on which the organization functions as well as the individual functions? Two, is there a transparency in the communication top to bottom, whether it's bottom up or top bottom, whatever the way is, or laterally, are each one of them capable of expressing what they feel without getting punished? If that culture is being brought out, I'm sure a lot of ideas are there in the mind. There is a saying that don't die with a saying. Okay, you should not die empty is what one of the aspects we talk about. Many people keep their ideas within themselves because they are fearing what their boss will think, what their superiors will think, and they don't express even if it's highly constructive ideas. If a culture has been brought out in such a way that these people's ideas are being imbibed, then it can make a difference. We all know the story of Sony, how a lowest level employee talked about a Walkman. And that is how Sony became a company which is known for its music system and Walkman. And it made a big thriving business because it listened to every employee. And that is one thing which will also help the culture to be built. That is what I believe is one of the ways through which things happen.
Yes, sir. When you enter that culture, building that culture and be making them realize, okay, where they are, what their role is, how the culture of this place, wherever you reach, make them understand. Yes, that would help them in their journey forward to a bigger extent, and they would also feel important. Yes, definitely. Now, next is something which you spoke about a little bit earlier. What are the hidden risks of making quick decisions without understanding larger systems?
Okay, I'll give a example to make you understand very clearly. Let us understand you have a two-wheeler, right? And you want to get into the office. Immediately, you want to kickstart your vehicle. Suddenly, the vehicle is not starting. You become panicky. You immediately take to the nearest mechanic shop. He says that the spark plug has got some dust. We have to clean the spark plug, right? You clean the spark plug, the vehicle is starting. Immediately, you are able to go to your office. Of course, there is a lost time. You have to rush to a mechanic shop. A few minutes is lost, anxiety, stress, everything is built. But imagine, what does it mean? It means you are not keeping your vehicle in condition. You are not cleaning it. You are not cleaning the spark plug. You are not servicing the engine. What are the impact of it? Please do understand. It's not about losing the half an hour on that particular day. If the spark plug is not functioning properly, what is the impact on the silencer? What is the impact of it on the engine? What is the impact on the mileage? What is the impact of it on the combustion? Look at the relatedness. Okay. Once you are very clear about the whole stuff, I don't think there is any reason why people will not look at things holistically. But what exactly happened as we looked at the 10 major flaws people always do about it and rush in to correct things. And that is why people don't look it as a system. Once they are very clear and having a clarity on, yeah, I need to look at it from the system point of view, I think it can make a big difference. And yeah, once again, a natural thinking by terms and system rather than silos. That is what your thought process was. See, there is also one more aspect. Each individual in organization want to grow faster.
Definitely.
So what he feels, I should be the best so that I am getting promoted. So each individual also have a competition with his co-workers, right?
Healthy
No doubt.
competition.
No, that's what I'm saying. If as long as the competition is healthy, it's worth it. Then it becomes synergy. If it is going to be only individualistic, with opportunism, with a crooked view that, okay, I should grow. I'm not bothered about my colleagues. I'm not bothered about the department. I'm not bothered about other department. I should get my performance appraisal in the best thing, right? What exactly happens? He is not going to work in tandem with other members of his own team. There is, instead of cooperation, it is going to be competition. There is going to be enmity. There is going to be several factors which need not be working in tandem with the organizational goals, because individuals have their goals which is not aligned with the organizational goals. If that is the case, people tend to work in silos. And that is exactly where the leader's role becomes highly important. The leader should have a clear clarity on working in his department or in the organization to ensure that the holistic thinking is being repeatedly talked about. It is driven. He need to assure the employees, as long as you are working well, your opportunity will not be lost to your co-worker. Come out with your own innovative solution. Come up with your best thinking. Put your best foot. Naturally, you will be able to do it. You don't need to beat others to become the best. You need to be better than what you are yesterday to be what you are to grow in the organization. And that's what I believe is one of the factors which helps people to think as a system rather than work in silos. In fact, yeah.
Yes, that also addresses the risk of.
See, there are definitely a lot of risks. See, that's why I said the first 15 days of the induction becomes a very keen part. In the organization where I worked, each of the employee who joins the organization has to work in other departments at least 1 or 2 days. To understand the working culture of that particular department, what is important in this, why this department exists, what is the role in the overall organization purpose. Unless and otherwise he is not aware of it, what exactly happens? See, always you will find that quality control and production always have little conflict. Quality control will say, no, this is not meeting the quality. Production will say, no, you are putting us down. We are ensuring whatever the quality of the raw material. Then they will blame the raw material. Then they will go into the thing, finance. It is something where it goes cyclical, cynical. As long as it's cynical and cyclical, it is harming the organization. It can even happen in a family. Imagine as a family, as a system. Think, are we today a nuclear family or a family which is combined 15, 20 years back, where the grandfather, grandmother, and the entire family was there, a combined nursing. Today, we don't know who's your cousin sister or cousin brothers are there. People work within their own small life. And what exactly happened when the husband and wife both are working? What happened to the kid? All these things affects the system. That is why we say systems becomes very important rather than individual. While it's very important that you need to grow, you also need to understand in the growth, what is the cost that is involved to the organization? What is the cost that's involved to the other members of the, are we constructive or destructive? That's something which I feel is essential.
Definitely, sir. A constructive growth that is aligned to the organization or aligned to the system. That is what is important. Understand the system as a whole, not just individual growth or individual alignment. Yes, sir.
No, individual growth is also essential. Let us not
aligned. That is aligned with the system.
Yeah, it's aligned with the system. That's very important.
Yes. And yes, the final question you've already addressed to an extent, but yes, putting it into points. In a fast changing world, how can systems thinking become a competitive advantage for individuals and organizations? How do we take this as an advantage? Convey them, yes, this is the best way.
Okay. One of the very common aspect which you'll find in organization is that, are we constantly learning as an individual? Are we constantly learning as a department? Are we constantly learning as an organization? The world is changing very fast. They say that knowledge doubles every 3 years. Now they say it's 2.5 years. If that is the case, the new elements today, AI has come into play, Chat GPT and other aspects. People start just making it out. A lot of aspects that is needed for us to upgrade ourselves and update ourselves. And that's why I appreciate this forum of Leaders Connect, where you are inviting different speakers and bring out different perspectives so that each and every member of your Leaders Connect are upgraded. If this constant upgradation is not happening, I'm sure individuals are also at loss, and particularly very important, usually we call it as a mid-career crisis, right? Second aspect we need to understand is it's a reality that the youngsters today are more and more qualified than what a person who would have joined the organization 10 or 15 years back. Right? Automatically, what exactly happens? He has certain advantages as well as disadvantage. The advantage is he knows much better about what are the new things that's emergent in the organization, the department, in the industry, and other aspects. The other aspect, he doesn't have the experience. He has not worked with people. He may have ideas, but how to implement it, how to ensure it is viable, how to ensure it is not affecting all others. All these things matters a lot in ensuring things are happening the right way. So what is exactly happening? As a senior, I would say that even if I am 58 or 60 or 55 or 50, there is nothing wrong about learning from youngsters. You give them the opportunity to conduct a session where they are sharing their knowledge, and you share your experience, your success stories, so that there is a mutual respect that is gained. And unless and otherwise there is a mutual respect that is gained, why should an individual who is joining the organization with higher qualification respect is superior? Do you agree with me on that particular point? I'm
Yes,
sure many of you
definitely.
should accept it, because over a period of time, what exactly happens is our learning curve is becoming flatter. On to the contrary, the person who's a younger age, his graph is on the high scale race. So what exactly happens? He thinks, I know better. Yes, there are many things he knows better. But at the
The other
same time,
person
there are many
thinks I
things he
have
may
more
not know
experience.
better. His experience may not be sufficient enough to ensure implementation. So there is a coexistence. There is a mutual respect, mutual learning that is very essential inside the department. If that is missing out, I think leaders miss being a team person. They are only going to be at the leadership thing with a simple thing. I have a crown, I have a position, I have something, I am superior, I have put on so many years of experience, and hence my subordinates need to listen to me. And Zanzi is not going to be of that sort. They are not bothered about your years of experience or your designation. They wouldn't hesitate to put the paper if they feel that the career is not growing, if their leaders are not going to help them grow in the organization. They are not going to respect you if you are not going to help them learn better. It is this particular culture, this is once again touching about the question you asked about the culture, which you have to drive it so that the seniors are respected. At the same time, the juniors feel, yes, my knowledge, my experience is also going to be utilized in the organization because of the advantages I carry. If that mutual aspect is existing, I don't think any reason why there will be a gap, why there are going to be mistrust, why there are going to be a competition, why they will have a relationship issues, friction, other aspects that is existing. Politics is a common aspect. I always say that
Yes.
you have to live with politics. You have to live with politics. Of course, you cannot see, when I see 5 people, I cannot look at the 5 fingers are not same, right? And naturally, you'll find that some will have a slight advantage because of our own personal preference, but that should not come into the organizational purpose.
Yes, it would be
Some
great if
people need to be,
everybody. Yes, sir. Yes, okay. It would be
and
great.
if you just look into the graph, we always say that it starts with 0. You may be the best knowledgeable person, but when you join any organization, think of the first day you are in the organization. What do you do? What do you do in the first hour? I'm sure
Yeah.
most of you have worked in organizations. What do you do in the first hour of the organization?
It's the basic understanding what you said,
You will be very
induction.
silent. You will be only observing your other people. Correct? Right?
Yes.
Something message came. You spoke lower something. What is that?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes.
Voice is clear? Is my voice
Yes.
audible? Yeah,
Yes, sir,
okay.
very much.
See, what is exactly happening is each and everyone in the learning cycle starts with 0. Even if he has got good qualification, it may take hardly 1 day, but the very first hour, he starts with 0, because the moment he sits in a chair, the first thing he's going to do is he's not going to start his work. He's going to see his colleague, he's going to see his boss, he's going to observe the organization. What is that his boss is telling? What is this his colleague is telling? How I should look into it so that I am not becoming a odd man out in this particular team. All these things are there, right? And from there is a graph, and there is competition that is there. There is resistance that's happening, and he has to overcome this resistance. He has to look at the bigger picture and then achieve his objective and the organizational objective. It's not fun. It's definitely a challenge that is there, and that's exactly where system thinking becomes an important culture that need to be developed by organization leader and as a part of organization development. And that is what I think can take tomorrow's organization. Today, what is exactly one more aspect is the competition is not within India. It's not within your Chennai. It's not within Coimbatore. It's not within your state. It's throughout the globe. You're competing with a person in USA and UK whom you would have not even know, but he would be in the similar profession. And that means, are you aware of the impact of your work, impact of the organization work globally? Are you thinking globally and acting locally, or how you are working on? These are aspects which matters a lot when you want to grow as an organization. That's what I think should help organization grow, leaders grow. And the role of the leader becomes very, very important, as much as the importance of the individuals to take responsibility about their own career growth, their own role clarity, and their own purpose for which they have joined the organization. If all these things are aligned, I'm sure Indian economy is growing. We are going to become one of the major forces in the world. There will be a great future for each one of us. What happened to IT industry 1.5 decades ago is what is going to happen in the manufacturing industry. It's happening in the semiconductor industry. It is happening in many other industries. So the future is bright, but are we going to be aligned with the organization, grow along with the organization, or are we going to look at switching job every 3rd year and look at career growth, which is a short-term growth, is something which we need to be very clear about it. That is where the culture of the organization, the grooming of the individuals by the leader, HR, all have a role to play. Hope I am made it a little clear about what exactly
Yes.
the purpose of your question.
Yes, clear, sir. Yes, hope everybody accepts that the true fact, this fact that yes, share your knowledge, share your experience. If everything is aligned, it would be the alignment to the system that would become a great system. You're contributing to the whole system. Thank you very much for those wonderful insights, and thank you for mentioning us. For every question you've been mentioning us about the system we are following here, the Leaders Connect system. Thank you very
Basically,
much.
understand if the system is failing, individuals or organization cannot exist. That's the reality. So, if you are already on 284th episode, that means you have put a clear system in place. Probably 1 week, Priya may not be co-hosting. Maybe Pankaj sir is hosting, or Arul is hosting, or someone else is hosting. But the show goes on and on. And that is how systems work. And that is how systems should work. And that's what I believe every leader should learn. And if they are able to learn it the earlier, the faster way, I'm sure they will be able to lead their team, their organization to greater heights, which will make it much better. I just, with your permission, can I share you 3 books which people can learn on system thinking? If you say yes,
Yes,
I would make it out.
definitely, definitely.
One second. Yeah. I know this is not a part of the things which you have just asked about.
It's okay. Fine.
One second. Are you able to see this?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Are you
The
able to
Art
see
of-
the 3 books?
Yes.
The Art of
The Art-
Thinking Systems by Stephen Schuster. The second is The Art and Practice of Learning Organization, the 5th disciple by Peter Senge, Business Dynamics. And even I would like to say, you can look at authors like rather speakers who have talked about what do you call that? Why, what, and where, which has been talked about in the 5th discipline part of it. And all these things will make a difference. These are some of the books on system thinking. Of course, there are hundreds of books on system thinking. But what I would like to say is just bookish knowledge does not make you a good system thinker. You need to start thinking every day from the system point of view if you want to make an impact in your organization, in you as an individual. Because as I told you, you are part of a system. You are not in silos, and anything you do has got an impact on yourself as well as on the system. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I hope there had been some justice I have done to the role that you have asked me to take over.
Sir. Great insights. You have actually made us feel proud, and yes, we have, if there is any correction as individuals or as a system, now yes, we are definitely also thinking about that also. Thank you very much for all these wonderful insights, sir. Yes,
if there is any other question from any of the audience, is there time that's been provided? Pankaj
Yes,
sir,
sir.
or
Yes,
Priya?
there will be, sir. Thank you
Yes,
so much
Pankaj.
for a
Over
wonderful.
to
Thank you very much.
Pankaj.
With
Thank you,
this,
sir.
I hand over the floor back to Priya madam, who's facilitating the whole show.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you very much, sir. Yes, I'm also handing over to Pankaj. Pankaj, yes.
Thank you so much, Priya, and thank you so much, Suresh sir, for wonderful insights, okay, and throwing light on the systems thinking and what I could have interpreted as, it's all about the human mind, okay, because the human intervention is something which will be there throughout, whether whatever AI comes in, whatever system dynamics change, whatever, changes happens in the world, okay, whatever technology comes in, but human intervention, right? And as it is simply said and told, it's all here in the mind, how we perceive, how we look at. And how I look at it is, if a person knows the 4 P's around him, it's product, process, policy, and the people. Okay, if a person knows the 4 things very well, he will be able to deal with all. Okay, and the people only create the culture. So whether on a personal front or on a professional front, it's the people only who create the systems. As you have appreciated Leaders Connect as one of the system. Yes, we appreciate that. And yes, it really took a lot of efforts for right from Mr. Prakash Sharma to Arul to us to come to this level of 258 episode, right? So same, the system is, it's the integration of the people only, sir. So it's the people. The important thing is the people, people's mindset. If that is aligned, if that is positive, for sure, things get in a very proper shape as expected, right? Over the period, what people have become more, what we say, they start blaming others, right? The blame game is started. So a simple understanding of how I have learned things from seniors like you, sir. If anything good happens, we should be thankful to the people around us. If anything wrong is happening, let us introspect why it is wrong. If we do
Take
it,
responsibility. Also take responsibility. Probably I
yes,
have done
yes,
something, a misunderstanding
yes. Now,
happened
what is
from my
happening
side.
these days, if
Let me
anything is
learn.
going wrong, it is because of Priya, because of Suresh sir. If anything is happening good, it's about because of Pankaj. If we reverse this thinking, for sure, systems will be in place, processes will be in place, and overall culture will be in place. So that has been my learning, sir. Thank you so much. Let's see what people have learned through a mode of a quick quiz. So whatever you have spoken to Priya, madam, that will be asked in a form of a quiz by our quiz leader, Dr. Aishwarya. And let's see who wins it. So that is going to be an MCQ. And whosoever responds will get one book from one of the author, those who
Very good.
comes to our leaders forum, right? So over to you, Dr. Aishwarya, for the quick quiz, please.
Thank you, Pankaj. Very good, sir. That was a great thought-provoking session that has been given by you, sir. Thank you so much for
Thank you,
giving a
ma'am.
wonderful insight. I was really impressed because
In
you said
fact, I
many
should say
simple things.
we have touched only the tip of the iceberg because it's only 45 minutes. Still, something I
Yes,
hope
sir.
you
As
have
you
taken.
said, yes, it is a tip of the iceberg, but it is very powerful, which has to be noticed, right? Because few things matter for any big things. These are all the few simple things where the organization should focus so that they can achieve their organization goals. On that lighter note, I'm putting your session in a quiz format, sir. Let us see what people have understood from your thought process. Yes, here is the quiz question. Yes. In organizational leadership, which of the following serves as the foundational driver for shaping culture, employee behavior, and long-term strategic alignment? Options are performance incentives and policies, organization's vision, mission, and goals, market competition and profitability, technology and operational systems. Yes, again, the correct answer has been given by our Sukumar and Ji, our topper in our Leaders Connect, topper in our class, sir. All time he'll be answering correctly, and he'll be the first person to answer all week's quizzes. Again, Arul Sukumaranji answered the right answer.
Very nice.
So,
Congrats.
Sukuman sir, congratulations once again being the winner for today's quiz. And again, the bonus for you is to ask one question to our guest. So you can unmute yourself and ask a quick question to our guest, please.
Yeah, sir, thank you for the session, sir. Amazing session. Sir, you told about,
Can I see your face, sir?
yeah,
It would
yes,
be great if am able to see your face.
yes, sir.
Arul, can you highlight him, please?
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Yeah. Thank you, Sukumaran. Yeah.
Yeah, sir.
Sukumaran,
Thank you
sir,
for the,
congratulations. Again, you are winning the same.
yeah, thank you, ma'am.
I think your cupboard would have been filled with the books, right, sir?
Yeah, the stocks.
Yes.
Yeah. Please continue, sir.
Congratulations, sir.
Yeah, sir, you told about systems in organization. What are all the systems a person has to have such that now he can, you gave examples of organization. Can you give some examples, system a person should follow?
Okay. See, basically, if you just look into it, balanced life, work-life balance, we talk about. Are you focusing on what's your health, your family, your personal education, your educational goals, your career goals? All these aspects matters a lot. Your friendship, your religion, all these things helps you to have a balance. Even the society, how you are dealing with the society, people around you, how much you are helping them grow better. All aspects is something which will make you individual, and most important is health. If you are healthy, if you are having a learning culture, you will definitely be able to move ahead in any walks of life. And that could make a distinct change in the way you are looking at it as an individual. In fact, if you just look into the history of Reader's Digest, the person who founded it, he's not even a college graduate, but every day he used to read at least minimum of 50 pages. In fact, what some of the top leaders, if you look into it, the way they upgrade themselves, how people look after their own health and wellness, because wealth is lost, everything is lost. That is something. Are you balanced in your life? Are you balanced in your approach? You may be a workaholic, but if you lose your family life, what is the purpose of it? If you're not able to take care of your kids, what is the purpose of it? If you're not growing, what is the aspect of going for organization? So all these things matters a lot as an individual. So I would put it work-life balance in one word.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for asking a question. So now the forum is open for open questions, so we can have two maximum questions. So I will please check. I believe there's one question from Mr. Paul in
Yes.
the chat. So one question can be taken. So Arul, can you please help with the question?
Yes, sir. So there is one question from Mr. Paul. He says, even though people know about system thinking in the corporate sector, employees are finding it difficult to handle heated arguments. Without thinking, many problems occurred in themselves and others. Whether this tool will be really helpful for us in the real life scenarios, both personal and professional. Throw some lights on this, sir.
Thank you. Once again, can you just also focus this person? I would like to see and answer. This is something which I make it a point to have because I respect the person who asked the question. That is the purpose why I would like to.
Yes.
Yeah, Paul. Yes. A good question you have just asked about it. I don't know how many of them know systems thinking very well, but still, taking into consideration that people know systems thinking, one aspect that's very important is in system thinking, it's not about the parts. There are three major aspects when you look at system. There are elements. When we talk about elements, it can be individuals, it can be role, it can be machinery, it can be other aspects. Second is interconnectedness. How each one of you are interconnected, how your mind and thinking. I told you in the initial itself, it's about the physical aspect, it's about the abstract aspect, and it's about where you have less or no control. What you have no control, you can't do anything. But your thinking, yes, you need to alter. Constantly, you need to work holistically. See, this is something I just wanted to share with you with the permission of the people. Just 1 second. Right. Yeah. Tools. I'll just make it out. Since you asked this, otherwise I would have not taken much time on this. Hello. Are you able to see that? Hello? Are you able to see?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Instead of thinking in silos, are you looking at interconnectedness? Instead of linear, are you looking at circular? Instead of silos, are you looking at emergent? Instead of parts, holistic. Instead of analysis, synthesis, isolation to relationship. Relationship is something I just would like to give higher importance because we, as rightly pointed out by Pankaj sir, any amount of machines can come. Sophisticated technology can develop, but individuals are indispensable in any organization and they have a role. And whatever you talked about the conflict is because of individuals. It's not because of machines. It's not about other aspects. So how you handle people, people management is one of the key aspects of leaders that they need to learn as an art. That will help them to grow as a leader, grow in the organization and make a satisfied life is what I think is the need of the hour.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. So we can have one more question. If
One more
anyone
question.
would like to ask, please unmute yourself and ask question. If not, then we can move forward.
We can
So
move
Harold,
forward.
if there anyone, please help. If not, then I would like to invite our summary leader, Ms. Aishwarya from Coimbatore.
Sir, one is from Mr. Prabhakaran, sir.
To run ads.
Suresh, sir,
Right, so
can you?
it will shift the focus based on how much budget you have.
Yeah. Suresh, sir, can you please project the books what you showed
Yeah, just 1 second,
Yeah.
please.
that you recommended?
1 second. Are you able to see this?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Take a screenshot.
Yes, I'm doing the same. Yes. Yes, Prabhakaran, sir. I got the screenshot. I will share with you. Pleasures, pleasures. Thank you. Thank you, Suresh, sir. Thank you. Over to you, Pankaj.
Yeah.
We can proceed further.
Okay, so do we have any other question?
We can proceed further, Pankaj. We can go ahead.
Sorry?
No questions. We can proceed further.
Okay, so then we can go forward. Aishwarya from
Yes.
Coimbatore for the quick summary, please.
Thank you, Pankaj sir. Good evening, everyone. I'm Aishwarya, and today I'll be summarizing the insights from the webinar. A system is a combination of both physical and abstract things and how they react in relation with one another. Humans always look at quickly solving issues and avoiding conflicts. Examples of Swachh Bharat, ITC, and Leaders Connect was mentioned, where changing the systems led to better results. Mission, vision, and employment engagement should be aligned to make teams think in systems. Culture is not spoken, it is carried out through action. Culture is not built in a day and it needs to be consistently enforced. Open, transparent communication, interconnectedness of processes and people help in developing a good culture. Each individual in an organization wants to grow fast, which leads to the situation where individual interest conflicts with organizational goals. We should always be aware of whether our individual goals are aligned with the organizational goals. We should always be upgraded about the current trends, which gives the competitive advantage to the individuals and the organization. 3 books on system thinking are The Art of Thinking in Systems, The Fifth Discipline, and Business Dynamics.
Thank you. Well summarized, Aishwarya. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aishwarya, for summarizing it so well. I would also like you to extend with the word of thanks so that we can conclude, as it's already 7:31. So over to you for the word of thanks, please.
Thank you, Pankaj sir. When decisions are driven by clarity and data, organizations are better equipped to position talent and build resilient workforces. Let me quickly share once again the purpose of this thriving community. Leaders Connect 360 Foundation is a non-profit organization aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. We are a hybrid leadership community bringing leaders together every Wednesday from 6:30 p.m. to 7:15 p.m., where experts from diverse fields share practical solutions to real-time leadership challenges, just like the valuable insights we received today on systems thinking for smarter decisions. Every last week of the month, we go a step further by inviting authors to share insights from their books, helping us evolve as leaders and lifelong learners. I extend my deepest gratitude to our esteemed guest, Mr. Suresh Ramaratnam, Chief Operating Officer, Winspire Associates, for his insightful and thought-provoking perspectives. A special thank you to our panel discussion leader, Ms. Priya Sandeep, and our moderator, Mr. Pankaj Vyas, for steering today's discussion so effectively and making it truly impactful. And now, as a small token of our appreciation, we present a special thank you video to express our gratitude. See you next Wednesday. Until then, keep leading and keep growing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Arul. Thank you for the video, sir. Suresh, sir, thank you so much for being there. And
Thank you very much.
we would like you to be part of this community, sir. So
Sure,
wherever you can, help us with your experience and expertise, as we are targeting to create 1,000+ leaders. So we need support from people like you, sir.
definitely.
Thank you so much,
Whenever
everyone,
it's
for joining.
possible, definitely I'll just personally also come down
Thank you, sir.
and online also. I am
Sure,
open.
sir. Thank you so much, sir. We'll look
Okay.
forward to see you. Thank you. Good day.
Right.